Showtime, folks. Bradley is back with another painting from 2011 or 2012. I'm not sure how. It's irrelevant because it's all came out between 2000 and 2013. So the title of this piece is called Under the Stars. Now basically it's like early evening, the sun has already gone down, you got the moon way up here peeking through, you got the illumination on the lake from the moon, stuff like that. And if you look real carefully, you got, well, the sky basically is pretty basic. You got a sky all the way. I decided to use my other pointer. I didn't like that finger one anymore. It was too weird. Anyway, you got the sky right here, and then you got real bright down here because the sun's already gone down basically. And pretty much you're starting to get the dark stuff right up here. You got the sky right up here. You got the stars poking through. You got a bunch of hazy clouds floating through. And of course you got the, let me get my poker over here. You got the moon right there. And of course it's illuminating straight down into the water. So you got reflections right here. I could have done those reflections better, I think. But they're not bad. But these reflections are pretty good right here. Into the water right there. They're a little bit, because if you look right there, you got the same colors pretty much right there in the water. So I think I did a pretty good job between here and there. And then if you look real closely back there, you got a row of pine trees and all kinds of different trees. Well, maybe not just pine trees altogether, but a lot of different types of trees. You can see their points poking up. And then of course you got the shoreline, and you got all these bushes back there. And you got the darkness right there by the shoreline, which is typical because you got to reflect, and you got to, you know, it's kind of dark right about in there. That's the beginning of the lake right there, or the far end of the lake, depending on how you look at it. This is the front of the lake. This is the back of the lake over here. So basically, it's just kind of, I know this poker is annoying, but it's better than putting my big globbing hands in. So yeah, I like all these little bushes I did back here. You look real closely, you can see a lot of reds. You got a white shoreline, the pine trees behind them, stuff of that nature. It's kind of cool actually. And this was actually kind of, like I said, it's kind of like early evening. Like I said, it's still a little bright outside because of the reflection of the moon on the landscape here. And if you look real closely here, you got a little bonfire right there. That's a bunch of campers right there, and right there is their tent. I don't know if you can see this on the YouTube video, but basically there's a tent right there, a pup tent. Oh, maybe a half a dozen guys out there fishing, you know, camping, you know, just hanging out basically, right? You know, that's what guys do. That's when you go camping. That's what you do. You know, you forage for pine cones and pine cones. You know, you go fishing. You know, stuff like that. You hike through the wooded areas, taking photographs. You know, it's, you know, taking in nature and stuff like that. Is that what it's all about? Of course it is. Okay, let's get my poker over here. But anyway, if you look right here, there's all these pine trees going up and up and up. And of course, you got smaller ones back here because of distance. I'm not going to harp on distance tonight. You already know what I think about distance and depth. So basically, they're smaller as you get back towards the shoreline right here. And of course, they get bigger and bigger as you come towards the bottom of the painting, or forward, I should say. So basically, there they are, big pine trees. You can see some reflections on the pine trees here. You know, the tree trunks and the twigs are highlighted a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like making them different heights because if you go into a wooded area, you got all kinds of different heights on the different berries of vegetation and trees and stuff like that. It's really important to kind of create a sense of variety and a realism, I think. I like the way this, I mean, if you look at that stuff back there, it's kind of cool looking. Some of my Pedialyte. Throat's a little dry. But anyway, let's get back to over here. I like the reflection, kind of like in the water from the moon right up here. And this big old tree right here, because you're getting really close to the shoreline right here. So it's naturally going to get bigger, right? And you got all the green leaves, you got the yellow highlights and stuff like that. And you can see some branches and twigs and stuff, and, you know, kind of hanging down with the leaves on them and stuff like that. I kind of like the way I did this painting. I wanted to like I said before, I wanted to represent early evening when everything is basically, the sun has gone down, the moon has come out, and basically things are winding down. You know, all the critters are, you know, taking a nap for the night and stuff like that. These guys over here are basically, you know, they're in for the night. They're maybe cooking up the fish they caught in the lake and stuff like that. You know, so I kind of like the way I did this. And anyway, you got all this dark spot right here, like reflections. I told you, shoreline darkness, reflections all through here, darkness. The light of the sky is not illuminating this area, so it's kind of dark looking. And you got to have dark patches in your lake. It just adds more to the realism of the particular lake or painting that you're doing, right? That's what I think. Let's see, over here you got the same thing. You got a dark patch. All these little rocks, right? These are all rocks right here. You know, like the shoreline, different shoreline way over here. I'm kind of touching a little bit, and then you got the dark shadow effect off the shoreline right here, and then you got some more of the blue showing through the sky, basically the lake. And if you go over here, you got reflections coming down from the campfire, stuff like that, and you got rock formations down here. And let me use my poker because my hand is obviously too big to be doing this. These are rock formations right here. These are rock formations right here. And then over here, basically, you got the bottom foliage, right? You got the red bushes, you got more rock formations right here. You got all kinds of little twigs and branches sticking up right here and stuff like that with different colors. And basically, you got this weird light twiggy reddish thing, some kind of a piece of foliage of some sort. I kind of like the way it did this painting. It's kind of like I could have done better on this reflection from the moon. You know, I think I got better as I went along, of course. And then you got these rock formations right here, right? And then you got the shadows right there, because they're going to have shadows surrounding them, of course, because the moonlight in the background light is not going to glow right through the rocks. So basically, it's not going to be all highlighted right here. It's going to be dark, and because the rocks are kind of blocking out the light of the moon, basically. And then, of course, you got all this stuff down here, more shadows by the shoreline. You got the blue down here because we're kind of getting into a more muted area down here. If you look right here, kind of more of a muted area, right? All right, let me do this. This point the pointer over here. This is more muted down here because there's less light over here as compared up in this area right here and over further. So basically, that's kind of what I wanted to have. I wanted to kind of create that effect because I felt it was more realistic if I did it that way. You know, a lot of people are going to go, why didn't you have it more bright down here? Because the moon and the sky are quite a bit, they're further away. So basically, you just can't have everything bright, you know, unless there is no foliage here, or rocks or rock formations and rock banks and stuff like that, and, you know, stuff like that. So you got to basically, you got to kind of mute it down a little bit as you're kind of coming to the shoreline right here. And then over here, you got more, you know, groundwork down here, like there's a patch of dirt and stuff like that. You got the red bushes here. You got the highlighting on the rocks. You got the highlighting in different little colors. It's kind of hard to see on this video, but there's a variety of colors that I used on the twigs and the tips and everything like that. And let me spin around and get a gulp of my Pedialyte. But anyway, I did my rowing video last night. I was not happy because something happened at my job on Friday night after I left, who really pissed me off. Thank God I only worked there 2 days a week. Okay, so I kind of like the way I did these rocks right here. I like the way that kind of blended them in with the plants right here. These white spots are just like rock formations right here. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but that's what they really are. So, and let's go back to the other side. We're at about 9 minutes. We're doing pretty good. Anyway, so down here is pretty much the same. Of course, there's my signature from when I did the painting, 2011, 2012, whatever. And then you got all these branches coming up off the bottom of the tree going outward. You got the red leaves hooked onto them. I like a variety of colors. And then over here you got red bushes and tips and stuff like that. And I like the way I did the yellow on these tips of this tree, the branches and leaves. It kind of really just sticks right out. I kind of like that. Oh, let's see, what else can we talk about? I don't know. Like I said, I kind of just like to make things more muted as you get towards the bottom. This painting just called for it because it was way brighter up here, of course. And then, of course, you get less and less light as you come downward, or as I always say, you come out because you're actually coming out and you're going down to the shoreline over here. And so, I don't know, I think this painting turned out pretty good. I don't know if it's my best painting, but I do think it's pretty equal to my other paintings, you know. I was kind of like in a really creative mood between 2000 and 2013. And I was kind of like into like winter paintings. I was kind of into late fall, summery type paintings with canoers and, you know, campsites and stuff like that, just like what's over here, you know. It's hard to see, but you can see all those rocks. And like I said, there's the tent. As I mentioned earlier, there's the big old bonfire, you know. They're cooking up their marshmallows and their hot dogs right now, man, you know. Whatever they're doing, you know. Cooking up their fishies. How about their fishies? Telling ghost stories around the campfire. How about that? Ooh, yeah. That's good, man. Anyway, I think I like how I did these blues. I'm not sure how I did these blue-like flowers coming up. If you look real closely, there's kind of a bluish tinge down here. And I think they're just tips of some kind of a plant poking its ground, poking its head out of the foliage down there. So basically, it's pretty interesting. And then, of course, on this side over here, let me get my poker right. Yeah, let's go this side. This is better. This poker's a pain in the ass. Anyway, I got all kinds of branches coming up from the foliage. You got to have different heights. That's why I try to explain. You just can't have it all the same height going across. You kind of variety. Add a little variety and have different heights on your plants and your foliage and stuff like that. Same with over here too, basically. You know, everything is going to be kind of slightly bigger than, you know, down here and stuff like that. You got to kind of make it look like it's got a little bit of pizzazz, you know, variety or something. I don't know. It did. I don't know. I think it turned out pretty good. Well, we're up to about 12 minutes. I was going to do a Penny the Lonely Clown video tonight. I still might do that after I do this one. Then I might post that one first, then post this one right after. So basically, I got one more day off tomorrow, so I don't have to do anything tomorrow. I don't know. I've been on some kind of like video binge lately, making videos, you know, rowing and Spidey Presents and stuff like that. But I like the way I did this horizon in the back. See how blue that is, or light blue right there? Oh, I love the way that is. If you compare it to up here, which of course is going to be slightly darker, and then of course down here it's really bright. The horizon back there, you know, stuff like that. And if you, I like the way it did. You know, personally, I like the way I did this shoreline back here. All the different heights and all the different colors and the white shoreline. It kind of, of course, the blackness in the lake, you know, creating a shadow effect, of course, from all the trees right in front of it. This one has a lot of good distance on it. I kind of like, if you look from here all the way back here, you can tell that's probably quite a few miles back here to this point. That's what I'm assuming anyway. Distance. It's very important. I know I'm not going to harp on it tonight. I've been harping on it ever since I started doing these videos, maybe two and a half weeks ago, about distance and depth and composition and stuff like that. But anyway, you know, like I said, if you want to comment on this painting, you're more than welcome to. Or you can just look at it and say, oh, it sucks. I like your winter one better. It's all relative, isn't it, folks? It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Actually, when I was doing my rowing video last night, I showed the beginnings of my new painting. The first time I've been painting in about 13, 14 years, right? So it's kind of like, I just started, it's kind of like a winter painting. It's going to be really cool. I got some really cool ideas. I might even work on it tomorrow night too, or tomorrow. I got tomorrow off again. I got like a lot of the winter stuff done up here in the background and a little tiny glowing moon. You saw it last night when I was doing my rowing video. If you look at my rowing video, I showed it for a brief couple times, maybe, I don't know, 10 seconds each or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to finish that one, start working on it again tomorrow. Pick up where I left off, so to speak. All right. I kind of like this. There's really not much to explain on this painting. I mean, it's all pretty much, you just look at it and kind of wonder how he did that, how he do that, how he do that. Like I said, it just takes practice, man. This takes practice. Let me get my Pedialyte here, man. I'm an old person. I gotta have my Pedialyte, man. But anyway, I've been really getting interested in painting again. I got some really cool ideas for some new paintings, upcoming new paintings, and I think I can do better than this. Because when you're doing all these paintings, like I said before, you kind of learn from your previous painting, the previous painting before that, and you know, stuff like that. You learn from experience. That's really basically what it's all about. You know, you find out what mistakes you made on your previous painting, and you correct them on your new painting, if it's kind of similar to that previous painting. So basically, I don't know, it looks pretty good to me. I wish I kind of would have made this a little darker right in this area. You know, I think it could have been a little darker, but, you know, it just could be the reflection off the webcam, but I'm not really sure. But it is fairly dark anyway. You want to be kind of subtle as you're getting kind of down here, you know. You want to kind of make it a little different than right here, of course. You know, which is more prominent because of all the rock formations right here, which is basically kind of blocking out, you know, the shoreline a little bit, and or at least this shoreline over here, you know, where the campers are over there. So basically, I don't know. You know, like I said, you can comment on my painting or not. You know, I've kind of given up on viewers and thumbs up and you know, subscribers and stuff like that. I'm kind of like stuck in the mud. You know, I haven't really progressed much in the last 2.5 years, hardly at all. But that's okay. Like I tried to explain in my videos last night, that I only do this, all my previous videos, I only do this for fun. I'm not expecting like, you know, 150,000 subscribers and, you know, 400 thumbs up for each video I put out, and or, you know, or like comments and stuff like that. You know, if I just get a few, that makes me happy, because I'm not really looking to make any money or nothing like that. I'm just kind of like, just having fun, a hobby. It's basically a hobby. Hey, there I am. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Yeah, everybody wants, are you really behind that canvas? Yeah, I am. See, bye, hi. See you later, man. Look at the painting. Anyway, I'm not giving no shout outs, of course, because I'd be lucky if I got like 10 comments in the last 2 months on some of my videos, and that's okay. I don't care. I just have fun doing this kind of stuff, the videos. Penny Lonely Clown, Spidey Presents, Butcher, you know, and Freddy, and my paintings and my rowing stuff. It's all just a hobby, man. I've never had any ambition about, you know, being a mega superstar on YouTube. I'm never going to be that way. YouTube just will not, they won't cut you no slack, man. You know, it's just, if you don't play their ball game, they kind of keep you in the cellar. The cellar. See where my fingers are pointing down? You know, I'm kind of like a bottom feeder. Anyway, we're going to get going anyway. I want to thank everybody for kind of like listening to me ramble about this painting and my other type of videos. I just have fun, folks. It's just a hobby. A hobby. See my fingers? A hobby. I know there's a lot of people out there who expect when they go on YouTube, they're going to be like mega superstars. Oh, that's very few and far in between, folks. Not many people make it to that level. It's just because if you don't play YouTube's game, you know, they kind of keep you right at the bottom, you know, which is fine. I don't care. YouTube, I don't care. No, I really don't care. So we're going to get going. So I hope you enjoyed this brief description of my painting. No, I think I'm doing pretty good here. You know, I haven't really fumbled too many words tonight. Like I said, my health is not very good at my age anymore, but I still try. You know, I'm going to try to do a Penny Lonely Clown video right after this one's finished. So, and then I might post the Penny Lonely Clown video first, and then I'll follow up with this video. So until then, you all take care, and give me a thumbs up. How about that? If not, that's fine. We'll see you later, man. Y'all have a good night, man, and we'll see you maybe shortly on YouTube with some new postings. Later.